Yo, what is up everyone? I am Spencer, coming our Godzilla battling video, and today we are out of retirement. We are back with another Godzilla battling tier list video. Don't know the season, doesn't matter because this tier list is a little bit special. Now, basically this tier list, it's going to be for max level units. You heard me right. Level 44 stars, level 51 to 3 stars. No more of this bullshit that they're too low level for rank. That doesn't matter anymore. We're going straight into it. All max level is pretty much the whale tier list, which is why I asked Mr. Ruin for his opinions on this, because he is a whale. And I figured he'd have some good opinions, so collaborated with him, and we kind of merged our ideas together on this. Now, this tier list, it's already pre-made. You can't see it, but you will. I'm just going to reveal the tiers in order from lowest to highest, so we'll start with D, end on S+. I'm probably gonna skim through like the D to B tier units because they're not really meta relevant, but the other ones I'll probably go into a little bit depth on my why I put them there. Also, this tier list is going to be updated every single season with the new units now and new changes. I will try to make either a video or a short on that, depending on how relevant they are. So I'm gonna try to keep this tier list in the meta, like to keep it meta relevant. So I'm just gonna do my best, but hey, I get busy sometimes, everyone does, so no promises on that. And yeah, thanks again to Ruin for the help. Let's get straight into it, starting with D tier. So D tier, not many units. We got Mboz, Mothra Larva, Airbase, Bomber, Little Shit, Hedora, Little Shit 2, and Missiles. Like I said, I'm just gonna skim through this. Missiles, complete waste, just new player bait. The Evos down there don't do anything. Bomber, just complete waste. It's alright in the low ranks, but high ranks, complete waste. Airbase, same with that, just trains food. Mothra Larva, sometimes slows on defense, nothing else. Mboss, sometimes stun. That's about it, just gonna skim through that. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's you're gonna be around 20 minutes or like an hour, depending on how in depth I go to or how much I ran. So yeah, hopefully I'll keep it around 20 minutes. But yeah, again, no promises. Move on to C tier. C tier, alright, so I'll start with the bomb here with Manila, because a little bit more units, won't just say all their names, because that's going to be repetitive. Manila's kind of same with Mboss, just stun sometimes, nothing else. Unit 2, solid damage, solid on spawn damage, but just, it is really not good. Crab Shaker, just crabs and evolves, that's about it. The Octometa, he should honestly be an S+, but it's because it's a Tuesday. Just not feeling it for him. It's not a Tuesday, by the way. It's a Friday. Fuck, I don't even know what day. What day is it? Oh, it's Thursday. Yo, that shit goes wild. Alright, so yeah, Giant Octopus, he's just kind of shit. It sometimes slows. That's about it. MG93, just a big waste of forecast. No, nothing really else. Just new player bait again. A lot of these are. In fact, the next two are, we got Kamakura Storm and Markoi, just bait. Kamakura Storm dies to AoE units, Markoi dies to trains. Nothing else really there to talk about. Mbob base, kind of same story. But at least if your opponent doesn't have trains, it can be pretty fucking annoying, I must say. Yeah, no, we got Gigan 72. It's got some fun pushing shenanigans, but other than that, not really much there. Jaguar, what the fuck am I talking about? Where am I? Oh, Mari, sorry. I was looking at the tier above. Spoiler where the Jaguar is. Then we got Mari. Sniper, it's a cool gimmick, but it doesn't do any damage. And her as a unit is just complete dog shit. Kind of same with Kong, just a much worse J9. I'm sorry, comics, it's just the truth. Then we got Zed on. Some melee's a little sex to what we got here. Well, I say a little, but he's fucking huge. Solid on defense, not gonna lie. I did actually use him in Fix a little bit. I could say. He did nothing. That's a complete lie. He is so bad. He does no damage. He just tickles your enemy's little nutsack and then he just dies. Like, that's it. Like, the explosion, it don't even kill. Like, half the time it won't even build enough bar to kill. It's really not good. We got MG21. Basically, this guy has... It's like if you put a dyslexic, blind man that also has no arms in GBL. That's the same performance you'll get with MG21. He has 0 range, and he does good damage. He has great health and damage. I think he's 6 cost, yeah. For 6 cost, it's great stats. He just has 0 fucking range, so he can almost never get used to those stats because he just dies to air units. Then we got Moquira. With Mog, he really fell off in my opinion. Leader Distraction, it's good, but like there's other things to do it now. Like if you wait a little longer and just tactically deploy Shinden, for example, you can get that in the other lane where you're pushed in the other lane. They can meet at the same time and the leader will target Shinden. Like just stuff like that. It's like Mog has just been outclassed, really needs a buff. And yeah, Leader Distraction, it's good, but it's like there's just no point running Mog anymore really. Then we got Terrestrius. So Terrestrius, he's got solid regen. He does pretty solid damage, no health. He's just food for the pitbull. But yeah, he's just very solid. And then we got the 3 AV units, which I'll talk together because they're pretty much the fucking same. All have gimmicks, all don't work, all are shit. That's about it. You know, I'll go a little bit more in depth. Unit 1 has the shield when it's running, which is honestly a great gimmick. It's immune to bomb explosions too. Really good, solid AOE, solid DPS, all really good characteristics fucking out for a unit. But just that animation when she's running into then transitioning to targeting, it's so fucking bad. She really needs to be doing more damage. Like here, like I'm not gonna give change to every unit, but just I love this change. That's why I came up with. As she's sprinting, she'd be firing the guns as well downrange. So like any unit she will run into will take like a shit ton of damage, and it'll be an instant transition as well. Also, I think she should just have the AT field up permanently. Just have that extra, I think it's 20% damage reduction. Kind of similar to Mog in that aspect, but yeah. Just a few changes really make that unit good. Beast, just really big animation problems again. Not worth the 6 cost. Terrible DPS, pretty bad HP. Not much else. Ray's unit, unit 0 doesn't really do much. Just alright DPS, pretty mid HP. Has a really good bomb when she gets running, but it just doesn't feel like it's doing enough damage anymore. It just gets out healed by Chorus. Then we got the Kids ship. Kids, it's really good if you can catch your opponent off guard and they overcommit like in a push. But other than that, it's almost never gonna work. Then we got Destroy Larva. Sorry, they recently got buffed, and I still think they're pretty mid. 4 cost, really good damage, but just get one shot at everything. And then we got Kumo, who got nerfed into Oblivion. Solid AoE stun. Still, how many AoE stuns are there in the game now? Aside from Desgador's on spawn, I can't really think of any more. Just looking at the tier list. Yeah, I think that's the only one, unless I'm really stupid, which I probably am, not gonna lie. But yeah, AoE stun. It's really good AoE stun. It's always gonna be great. We'll probably get some more AoE stun units in the future. But yeah, just for now, it's really not good. Too expensive, no DPS, no damage. Can't stun lock anything anymore, thankfully. Yeah, they feels like he got nutted. Fucking hell, he did not get nutted too hard. He got gutted too hard. God damn. Then we got Energy Base. It's kind of similar to the other bases, but it has a lot more impact if it can actually stay up. Like if your opponent has trains, you have a complete dead slide, you're most likely going to lose. If your opponent doesn't have trains, you're going to have a pretty fat energy lead over them. You just got to play smart, you're going to win like 9 out of 10 times with it. Yeah, it's C tier for you. Let's move on to B tier. Alright, we are on B tier, starting out with the turkey. The inferior turkey, in fact, Rowan 64. We got a pretty nice buff. With that buff, I used him on Ruin's account, and he did pretty good. He's got like 3k HP at max level. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Yeah, other than that, like 4 cost is pretty solid. You know, like B tier units are like units that aren't bad but aren't good. They're the in-betweeners. Like you can get away with running like 1 or 2 of them, but you'd be better off running one of the better units if you feel like. Why run Ronin 64 if you can run like Leo or M92? Just a few different tiers of units there. But like Ronin 64 is obviously going to be better than something like Bomber or like what else is there in the slot? MG74 for that area. Like he's going to be better than the ones below him, but he's going to be worse than the ones above. If you get what I'm saying. Kind of same with Mephiles and Mega. They're very similar, in the same boat, just fill up the same role. Mega Slow can still be pretty useful, and Mephiles has some pretty good DPS, but yeah. They're just at the very bottom of B tier. They're just edging C tier. Then we got Jaguar 73 with that goofy little buff, his pre-evo. The pre-evo, I don't know if it stacks or anything, because in All-Star Battle, those 2 chibis have one-shot my King Ghidorah before with that buff, so I don't know what's going on with that, but... Oh yeah, it just buffs units, good on defense, not much else. Sunday can be really good with long-range units, but You can run much better shit for 2 costs. Like, you can run Shinden in that slot for 2 costs. You can run Gaios because they're pretty cheap as well. Like, Sunday's good, but it's just, you can run better stuff that could also help out your long range units. Then we got Chibi Godzilla, F tier design. Chibi Godzilla, he's alright. If you let him cook up in the back, get up to his beam, you can do some pretty solid damage. He's really annoying because he's only 2 costs, but he can do so much if you do him right. It's not a little wrong, but you know what I mean. So yeah, he's just pretty solid unit. Then we got the Evo shitters, the bird, the red bird, the bat, and the Ghidorah. They're all pretty mid, pretty much in the same swag. You can probably argue Destroyer flying actually a little bit higher than this, but again, like, it's just an Evo unit. I forgot to say, like, as well, every unit that's right beside each other, they're all so close, especially in S+, there could be arguments for every single unit to be higher than the next or lower. Like, do not take this as exact objective fact, even though it is. But yeah, you're most likely going to have a lot of differences with this list. I'm just trying to give you the best meta relevant list I can for max level. So if you're like me, in GMAD, like a unit you like, for example, instead of him or her being shafted in the tiers because it's low level, it now has a fighting chance in the meta because it's all max levels. That's what I was saying about that. No more not leveled enough for ranked bullshit. That's why I've been kind of hinting about tier lists. I wish I've done in the past. Yeah, because I feel like if they're all max level, they could be relevant for every player in almost any tier, especially rank 66, which we're talking about now. Where the fuck was I? I just ranted. Oh yeah, we're on Super X now. Super X pretty bad. Not bad, but like not good either. Just hard countered by DT, which is absolutely everywhere. It doesn't do enough damage. Too expensive. Should probably be 4-3 cost now. Yeah, just not really that good. No, you got the Shisa. Yeah, King Caesar absolute fucking mollywops whoever units he charges into. The kicker is he's never gonna get that charge off though, because Gaigan 04 exists. And yeah, it's alright if you get the charge off, but like, it's not worth it doing that 4 slot. Like, you can just run Gaigan 04 instead. Then we got G99, the big green fat ass. Really need some TLC, I'm gonna be honest. He got buffed, but that wasn't enough. His gimmick kind of sucks, where he kills a unit, it just pops a boom right there, gives some alright burn damage, alright normal damage, but like, DPS is not it, even at max level. I'm pretty sure he's just got GMK stats, which are honestly, especially what's coming out now these days, they're just not up to par. He just really needs some changes, like a cost reduction, better stats, anything really, just to get him out of this kind of gutter he's in. MG74, kind of similar to G99, where it's good on concept, but pretty bad execution. Oh, forgot to say with G99, fix that fucking delay. Oh my god. He will attack a unit, and about like 10-15 minutes later, they'll actually take damage, and by that time, he's already dead. Like, what the fuck? What's Toho doing, man? Okay, MG74, back to him. Similar problem with the G99, but instead of his attack being delayed, it's his transition from his disguise to unit being delayed. When his disguise dies, he will just stand there menacingly for 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then start attacking units. And in that time, kind of like G99, he's already gonna be dead. Like, he's got really good damage. Like, he hits like a fucking truck. Oh, like, it's just not worth it. Really isn't. Then we got the King of Sex, Monster X. So, Monster X, absolute badass. One complaint, he's tiny as fuck. We'll get to Kaiser later as well, you can see him down there. Monster X, really tiny. He has pretty good damage, pretty solid stats overall for a 5 cost. He is a pre-evo, but at least he can do something. It's just not it, really. Maybe like well, I can't really knock him that much because he's an evo unit. Like, have you seen Monster X in the movie? Like, he can go toe-to-toe with Final Wars. Like, I'm just saying, they should make him just like a weaker Final Wars, considering he's only going to be on the field one time. Give him like 100 less attack and 200 less HP than Final Wars. Let them be absolute fucking rivals. And then he just evolves into the dumb pony. So yeah, that's what I think. We got Jaguar 73. So, JJ he's got goofy little chops, knocks them back pretty well. Solid health. Good meat shield like Bio, which we'll get to later. But just worse in every way. Well, it does chop. Sometimes it just helps your opponent, honestly, because it just stalls them time. He's just not it, really. Like you can run him, but like he might do something, but just run Bio at that point or anything else. Ultraman. So Ultra Guy, he's really outclassed now. No damage, no health, no bitches, and a little too expensive in my opinion. And he's got a big ass forehead. He's just not a, like, he just got power crept really badly. Like, most of the units in B and like A tier have been power crept. Just really sucks for them. Yeah, then we got G21. G21 never was power crept because it was never good. I'm sorry to say. People that have thought he was A tier, he's not. I'm sorry to burst your bubbles. He just never was. He's not him. He never will be him. He's just not that guy, pal. His attack way too long to build up. Damage is good when it builds up, but it's never gonna get to that point. Not enough HP to survive. Too expensive. Just not it. We got GA9, really power kept. Hits like a fucking truck, just gets melted by air units. Nothing much else to say about him. Fuck no. Sorry, I'm on about 3 hours of sleep. If I keep stuttering, I know I'm a GBL player, so it's the standard, but like, this is really bad right now. That's why I get this out. In fact, Melee's stream is currently going on as I'm recording this. The only reason I'm recording this, I was going to save this to later in the, either next or the season after that. I'm making this because I just witnessed the absolute worst tier list I've ever seen put to the screen by Sir Melee himself, and I just had to fix a tragedy by putting out an actual goated list. So yeah, thank him for seeing this absolute beauty being on your screen right now. Alright, Mecha King Ghidorah, good AoE. At 50, and 40, at 40 he actually does pretty good damage, pretty solid HP as well. Just too expensive. He's just the bog standard AoE unit. There's better options. I'm just skipping Angie real quick, just talk about bog standard AoE unit. Because Hidora's right there as well. Solid AoE unit, just dies too fast. Let's go back to Angie real quick. Really good tank. Honestly, probably could have put him with Naranga up there, but they're really close either way, so the order really doesn't matter that much. It's a solid tank, and it's just, that's about it. Doesn't do anything else. Mega Fraud, Megalon, he's alright. Solid debuff, solid anti-heal, like anti-heal aura they has. Very mid stats. 3 costly, so it's not that much waste. There's just better options for 3 cost. You can do alright though if you slot him in behind a push, just be annoying, be a little fraud. And then we got Narangoat, as some people call it. And they call him that because he can stun the 1,000-year fat ass. He can stun like the shit out of him. And that's pretty much his only use. Like, other than that, he dies, gets like 2-3 attacks off, dies instantly. Like, it's alright. It's like, could be better. And we got Bioflower. You're probably wondering why Bioflower's up here. It's for 2 main reasons. 1, on defense, absolutely fucking shreds for 3 cost. Like, pretty sure it's the highest DPS in the game, Bioflower, for 3 costs. Like, cost to damage ratio. Like, in water, especially on London, that shit fucking shreds. Even on London, it just does a lot of damage on. And the second reason is you plop her down, and you plop like a ground unit behind her, like Orga for example, and he will just stay behind Bio until it evolves. That shit is really good for stalling energy and making a big push. It's just super good for 3 costs, really underrated. Then we got the Pony, really small, like I said with Monster X, needs a bigger model, looks stupid as well. Does a shit ton of damage, has a good amount of health, 7 cost, but he has such a long attack speed. His transition from beams to bites feels a little too wonky in my opinion. Gets stun long to shit and back. It's just like he's really not doing enough for 7 costs. Ask me, like I feel like it could be a lot better. And moving on, we got the Jaguar Singular Point, who had a pretty big fall off in my opinion. He used to be, I think, maybe even low S at his peak. Yeah, he's solid AoE, solid DPS, alright health, and the 2 blocks are really fucking good, especially for Earth. Still one of the best Earth counters out there. But yeah, it's just not doing enough for 4 cost. Like, you run Gaigan 4 in that slot, and like 10 out of 10 doctors would recommend you run Gaigan 4 in that slot. Then we got Super Mecha Godzilla. He's fat, that's about it. Moving on to, I'm just kidding, Super Mecha Godzilla, really solid damage, not gonna lie. Shit DPS, but good flat out damage. Pretty solid AoE. It's like it's a beefy Zerul, but worse in every way, besides the damage aspect, because he's 6 cost and he's on the ground. Yes, he flies, but he's on the ground. And that really just is not it, in my opinion. I just do not like that. And even at 40, he's got good damage, but like he's got no health. He really has no health. I'm pretty sure he loses like, let's see, he loses to so many things in 1v1s because how shit that DPS is. It's really bad. Just really mid. Still at the top of the beacher though, because he can kind of shred, especially for slow units. You know, like he can definitely chip away at them. Still has good range too. Yeah. Twice top of beat. Alright, well, let's reveal the A tier. A tier! We are back with A tier. Why am I saying we are back? We never left to begin with. We got Burning Godzilla. Burning Godzilla barely made it to A tier just because he's just the bog standard push starter. Plop him down, he builds up, he defends for like 10 seconds, he dies, put him back, keep the cycle going. He's just no damage, pretty bad health, 5 cost, really good boom. Just takes a while, takes the 30 seconds to get good, like someone else, if you know the reference. But just, he's just alright, he's very mid now. Alright, we got Walter White now, the crystal's still really fucking annoying, 6 cost though really kind of hurts him. He doesn't have the HP to be a 6 cost, I don't think. And his damage is alright. He gets stun locked to shit. And the crystals can also fuck with your own units. Placement, like Earth will just sometimes have to go around the crystal's head and get his attack just stopped by your own Space Godzilla. Alright, next we got the Kiryu brothers. The same Kiryus, I'll talk about them together. We'll get to the other Kiryu later, let me fucking tell ya. We got these two shitters now. Leader distraction, kind of out of the meta in my opinion. Why distract the leader when you can just push through them and not need to distract? Like, Shinden's there if you want to do that distracting option. You got Unit 4. Kiryu, doesn't have the stats for 6 cost anymore. It's just not it. Kai has a good AoE, but it's just, there's not really much to say about it. He's just not worth 6 cost anymore to distract leaders. Oh, biggest kicker, Shinden. Shinden completely negates him. I should put these two fuckers in C tier because of Shinden alone, but I'm being nice today. It's they're just way too hard countered by Shinden and Guy Unit 4 M92. Pretty much anything that can do quick damage to them just hard stops them. Then we got the Ultima. Ultima, he's just always been somewhat in the meta. He's just solid sniper. He does good sniping damage. He gets fucked by ground units. Rinse and repeat. That's about it with Ultima. There really isn't much else to talk about him. He's just so old. Just nothing else. You've heard what I've said many times, so why repeat it? And we got Bat-Toi. So the Bat is good damage boost, solid DPS, terrible HP, got power kept shit back. He's just alright. He's just very alright. He can work in the deck definitely. Especially at max level, he does do pretty good fucking damage, but like there's so many other better 5 costs to run, like the other 5 cost ladders, or who we're talking next, the Gam meta. So, my home skillet Gamma right now, the G-Mat Eater. He has gone through so many of my G-Mats right now. And I still love him, even though he's not that amazing. At 40, he does have incredible fucking stats for 5 cost. There is just one single thing that keeps him out of S tier or even S+. Him attacking air units. He will shoot an air unit back, get hit probably twice, shoot him back, keep waddling his ass downfield, get hit twice. Never will retarget. Absolutely will never retarget under any circumstances, and will forever get fucked by because he's only gonna be targeting that air unit forever. It's just so annoying because he's so close to being goated. He's already pretty goated. Goater is the goat, but like he's so close to being just the best. And it's just so annoying. Like, why can't he switch targets or like have longer range against air units so he just never gets attacked by them? It's just so unfortunate because he has so much potential. But yeah, that's just Gamer for you. Let's talk about Faraday and Leo together. 5 cost flyers both have their unique buffs. Faraday's more defensive with that heal, Leo's more offensive with a charge. Both are just solid units all around. Nothing that special about them, nothing's changed. We got Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla is pretty solid in my opinion, like he's almost an S tier, I think. He's got great damage, great against air units. I got 2 complaints about him. Like, one of them isn't even that it needs to evolve, because his evolving is really fucking easy. But my 2 complaints, one, his attacking against ground units takes so long at single target. Feel like it should either be like a sniping type with Ultima where it just has longer range, or if it's like a little fan shape, kind of like Rainbow Mothra. That's just really not good. That ground ground targeting is just bad. And he's so slow. Like, I wish he was the same speed as no, G54 is a little too maybe like G89 for example. I feel like if he was that speed, that'd be absolutely perfect for him. I think it'd be really good. Alright, then we got Rainbow Mothra. Rainbow, he is really fucking good in my opinion. He's got pretty mid damage, great health, same health as Leo, But that block is so fucking useful considering we're in like a heavy damage unit meta. We got the Monster Zeros, the 1,000-year fat asses, the destroyers, the Earths going around, even the minus funds. That block can just save your push from so much damage. And like you've seen in my videos if you watch them, I've put Rainbow over like my push as they drop -1, so they just take no damage. That can absolutely change games, change the tides in your favor. It's just so good. And yeah, and Rainbow, he's honestly not that bad with one either, because his DPS is alright concerning shit damage. Yeah, then we got the 2 swarms, pretty much the same here. Both cheap, 2 cost, 3 units. They just block shit really well. The cams are a little better because we got a little more ground units in the meta than air units, I think. But yeah, they're just really solid. Then we got Common Rider, and he's the most. Nope, that's a big fuck. I was gonna say the most underrated unit in the game, but that is for someone we're gonna talk about later. He's just really good, great damage, incredible DPS, solid against air units, really good on spawn knockback. He's just really good for 4 cost. He's just the GOAT. Really solid, nothing much else to talk about. Then we got Zerul. Zerul might be a hot take playing this high, but I really think he's that good. I think he's currently the best 5 cost flyer. Like he's got a great Pierce, really good AoE. It's Desidora's, but slightly worse in my opinion. And I'll talk about that later, because you might notice Desidora's not an A tier. We'll talk about that later. So Zerul, great piercing, great range. The explosion can be really solid if it hits. And the bar buildup I think is stupid, but if you get him to his max bar, it does really good damage. And his health is pretty mediocre. He dies pretty quickly, but that's why you gotta protect him really well. If you protect him well, he's gonna put fucking work in. Like, I've been using him a lot on Ruin's account, and he puts in work at 50, let me tell you. Oh yeah, G54 alt and G54. Put them together because I think they're very, very similar units. Both are really strong. Both have good gimmicks. Both put in work as units themselves. Like, I'll start with Tokyo because he's right behind. Tokyo, great damage, shit DPS, solid AoE, immune to everything. That's his case. G54, solid unit, great damage, great health for both of them. I forgot to say that. G54 Tokyo has a shit ton of health. About G54 normal, transforming into a 2 cost less Godzilla unit is so good, especially if you get something like Final Wars, GMK. Like, I hate to say his name, but it's just him. It's just really good, like really, really good. And yeah, they're both really good, fun units. And yeah, well, that's A tier for you. Let's get into S tier. S tier, we're starting with GMK. I really wanted to put him in top of A, I'm gonna be honest, boy. Like, honestly, I want to put, you know what? Fuck it. He is top of A. I don't think he's S tier. A max level GMK doesn't have the health for me. He's just not it. He's just not that great. Well, he's great, don't get me wrong, but like, compared to the other AoE units we have, I know you can't see. Actually, no, you can't see. I'm stupid. Sorry. Suspense from the editing future. He's being dumbass. So yeah, he's got great AoE, great damage, pretty bad HP. Gets countered by Guy Unit 4. That's pretty much the full story for him. He's just good AoE. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I don't know why I was thinking putting him in S. I don't think he is S. Then we got Ginza. A max level Ginza in the right hands is arguably S+, but I think Ginza is just a little bit too counterable. Like, you can definitely power through his defense. Even if they have like Mog and Rainbow over him, I think you can just power through it. I really do. Like, it's really good. That boom on the leader is super fucking good. He just doesn't have the HP to survive. He's a really, really expensive investment. I'm pretty sure he's 7 cost, last I remember. Yeah, he is. He's 7 cost, big investment, and if you can't place him down, he's like a base where it's a dead slot. Like, that, it's a huge investment if it doesn't pay off, but if it does, you're most likely gonna win. Now, getting to a probably controversial take, I think Final Wars Godzilla is still a fucking S tier unit. He does so much damage at max level that he hits like a fucking truck. He will knock back the Guy Unit 4s and everything else that's like close range for your push. He's just a one-man army still. The same can be said for Waka as well. Shit ton of damage, really good pulse. Just both of them are single target monsters that I still think are S tier. Just for the fact for how much shit they can kill. Like, they're not the best single target monsters anymore. I think that will definitely go to some units in the S plus tier, but they can still put in work at max level. Like, have you seen a max level Waka go to work? That shit is 3-shotting M92s, I'm pretty sure. Like, and Final Wars is almost 2-shotting them. It might honestly be. Like, that shit's no joke. That is so much damage just being thrown out there by one unit. Absolute one-man fucking armies. They do not deserve the slander they get, especially Final Wars. I've seen people even putting him in fucking B tier. He is not B tier. He is still the GOAT. Yeah, I digress. Moving on now. This Biolante, you can't see it, but there are 2 Biolantes in this list, because this is a big problem I've had. This Biolante right here is for Tokyo and New York only. We will get to London Biolante later. This Biolante placement was only for her on Tokyo and New York. And get that straight, not counting London here, that's why she's a little low. Even then, a 3-cost meat shield with that much HP, and that really annoying AoE just puts in fucking work. It's so good, can fit in any deck. And we'll get into London later, like I said, but Tokyo and New York, I consider them pretty equal. And yeah, that's where I put them. Now, we're on to the most underrated unit in GBO history, Orga. I think Orga is so fucking good, it's ridiculous at max level. He's got around, I think, over 5k HP. One of the best DPSs for a Grania in the game. I think it might even be similar to Gaigan 04's DPS. Probably a little lower, but still. He does so much work as a tank. For 5 cost, it's insane. He will shred ground units. He'll just sneak on under them, like a Tom and Jerry episode, and just get under the air units and get to the ground units or the lead. He will do so much damage. He will tank so well, and that revive gimmick is no joke. Shut the fuck up, phone. I'm sorry if you heard that. My phone just made a gay-ass noise at me. Sorry, it's Joe Biden on the line. And and that revive gimmick, he's gonna have like 2600 HP. That's enough to survive while he gets his like bearings together and starts cooking again. And what if he hits a ground unit with that much damage? Oh my god! Like that damage, I know it's he can't hit M92. I'm pretty sure that it's enough damage to 2-shot M92. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's either 2-shot or get very close. That is so much damage. I'm pretty sure like with that damage boost, you can 1v1 like a full health Sachiel. Like that is so much damage you'll have on that revive. And you can heal him as well during that revive and keep his damage boost. It is so fucking good. Like I'm telling you, Orga is so good. Like this guy 99 Orga, you might have heard of him, great YouTuber as well. He has like I think a level 30 Orga. He can tell you as well how good that shit is. A max Orga is nothing to be joked at. He is so fucking good. But now, let me tell you about my fucking GOAT. My Desghidorah, we're not even talking about more, we're just talking about max level 41. I want to give you a perspective. My Desghidorah, level 28 currently, has been putting in work. He's not been 28 forever. My Desghidorah has been putting in work since level fucking 15 for over 2 years. I'm pretty sure around that time. I had like 6,000 wins with him. Like 4,000, sorry. Desghidorah at max level is an absolute fucking one-man machine. He has, I'd say, the second best AoE in the game. Right behind Kai. Desghidorah has great stats. His on-spawn is arguably the best, right tied with Monster Zero. He does so much damage to pushes. Desghidorah DT is still one of the best combos in the game. He's a flyer, so he won't have to deal with ground units hitting him. He just has the whole package. People that say GMK is better than Desghidorah are out of their fucking minds. Let me paint this picture for you. Okay. Desghidorah, 7 cost, GMK 6 cost. GMK takes that point. Desghidorah, more HP, more damage, better DPS than GMK. All points to him. Flying, so he doesn't have to deal with Gaigan 04. Fuck him. Point him. On spawn, so he can be a defensive god and stun units like Leo and retarget everything. Point to him. Desghidorah is the, oh my bad, I forgot. Better AoE. Point to him. Both get stun locked. Point to neither. Desghidorah is that AoE guy for you. Like, there's definitely better AoE units, let me tell you. We're gonna get to Kai later and Earth. But currently, Desghidorah gets way underrated. He's not as underrated as Orga, I think. But he is so fucking good. He has, like, I'm pretty sure he has he's like 45, maybe like, no, it's like 600 HP at 40, and maybe like 1150 damage. That is so much damage. He is 1v1ing a lot of units, and he is killing a lot of pushes with that damage. With DT again, especially everything into that AoE, that one attack with DT's damage is almost doing 2 grand. That is so much fucking damage. I will keep ranting about Godzilla forever until people start noticing him. He is not worse than GMK if you talk about equal levels. He is so fucking good. Move on to Sachiel that no one likes now. Sachiel, 5 cost, fucking explodes, nukes everything in the map. That's about it. And that bomb is good. That bomb's really good. But especially at max level, 50 bomb is doing so much fucking damage. And he just shreds ground units as well. He does way too much damage as a ground unit. He's got great HP. He's just an all-around great 5 cost ground unit. He's like Orga, but with a boom instead. Then we got the 2 effects. I'm going to talk about them together because they do the same thing. Chorus heals your push. Trains damages the other opponent's push. Trains takes out bases. Chorus just, I think, is more versatile and gives more heals. Yeah, that's why I think Chorus is a little bit better. Okay, you've been waiting for this time. It's time to talk about S+. We have arrived at S+, and you can see I have some fucking takes here. Start off with Fukuoka, Space Godzilla. Mr. Fuck You is an absolute fucking nightmare max levels. Now, if you remember one of my vids, I fought this guy named Gibzilla, however you say it. He had a level 30, he kicked my fucking ass. And now imagine level 41 with a purple name. Those crystals, annoying as fuck. He's so slow, so he can just keep spawning in crystals. He just absolutely keeps spewing them out. They're so annoying to fight. They hard counter the 1,000-year badass. Just so good. His AoE, he has chain lightning. It's so good as well. Great damage. Great DPS, I'm pretty sure as well, because he actually has a solid attack speed. Does he? Actually, I don't know. I might just be spinning bullshit. Either way, all I know is he does great damage. He's got great DPS, great health, and he's got such annoying crystals. He's just super good. Okay, M19, another very underrated unit that definitely deserves S+. M19 is still arguably the best sniper in the game. Because, like, I wouldn't consider, like, the 2 Ghidorahs up there a sniper. Like, M19 will just snipe away. Pretty solid damage because it adds up pretty fast. Really good fucking slow. Pretty cheap because you get 2 energy back as well on death. And she is just so fucking annoying to fight. And that stun immunity on spawn as well just really kind of hard fucks guy before. She's just so good. She's the entire package when it comes to a support unit. She just does so much fucking work. Really is insane. I gotta check how much time I've been recording for. I've been recording for fucking 40 minutes apparently. God damn. God fucking. Alright, let's somewhat speed this up. Where were we? Oh yeah, we just finished M19. Wakasa Bio, the newcomer. Wakasa Bio, Wakabayo Baka herself. So much fucking damage with that acid, just adds up so well. Absolute 1v1 god. Can ground air units too with that giant ass tentacle slap. God, I wish that were me. And oh my fuck, she just does so much work for 5 cost. Absolutely fucking shreds everything. Really just not much else to talk about. She just fucking shreds. And we're on the Gyat Bats. Gyattos, they're so good now. 3 cost. They put in so much fucking work when they die like 2 to 3 times. When they get to their max as well, that is good damage. They're so good at blocking shit. They just do so much work for that little cost. It's so good. Max level as well. The adults survive like 3 GMK blasts. That's a lot of health. Like, yeah, that does work. Like, that shit is fucking good. Guys are just so good now. Just shred ground units. Okay, now we're on another 3 costs. We're on Biolante, but only for London. Yeah, again, only on London. This is where I rank Biolante. You saw the New York and Tokyo placement before. This is London now. London Biolante is so fucking good. And it has been a god for years. Literal years. Like, some of the best DPS in the game. Insane AoE. Only 3 cost. Great health. Again, insane damage. Just does everything you need for a ground unit on London. It's just so fucking good. Okay. Then we're on Earth. An absolute fucking monolith himself I still think is busted. He has so much health. So much damage. Godly combination with DT. Is super slow. Really easy to build a push around. And just absolutely mollywop units. Like, that shit is good. Like, oh my god. Especially on max level Earth. You know how much damage that is? I don't even know how much damage that is because it's way too fucking much damage. It's so good. Like, Earth is just still a monster. Like, he is not an S tier. I don't think he never was an S tier. Like, after his buffs, in my opinion, like, he has not dropped down. He's still fucking on the fucking money. He does work. He does damage. He can tank. He can do everything you need from a 9-cost unit. Like, he's so good. Okay, then we're on to the 3 absolute single target powerhouses. Star Destroyer, who I think got teeny bit crap, just a teeny bit. He still does so much damage. He's really easy to evolve. The larvas on death are really useful. And yeah, he's slow. He does great damage, really good health. He's just the god push starter. Like, he does so much damage. That's the simile for all of these things. They just hit like a fucking truck. They just do so much, and that's pretty much Destroyer. There's not much to talk about. Now, the 1,000-year dragon. This guy, highest damage in the game if all 3 of his beams hit. Just flat out. Just highest damage. He's just way too much damage. Too much damage. He's got solid health with his shield, his little barrier on spawn. He's pretty much immortal. He's going to be doing so much damage, so much tanking work for you as well on that defense with that barrier. And 7 costs as well. It might seem like a lot for what you're deploying, but he is doing so much damage, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but he has one big fucking flaw that stops him from being like top 5. His big fucking flaw is his split targeting. Sometimes he'll just randomly decide to not just focus his beams on one unit, and when he just splits his beams off, that completely fucks his damage. Like it divides it by 3 for every single unit he's targeting. It's just so bad. I wish they didn't give it to him. But yeah, at that point, it's just leads you to Monster Zero, who has everything 1,000-year dragon has, but better. He's got better stats, slightly less damage. But he gives himself his own attack boost and your team. That shit is so good. He has so much health as well. For 8 costs, it might seem like a lot, but in reality, it's pretty much 6 costs. Because that on-spawn deployment takes so long to do, you just gain that energy back pretty quickly. And that on-spawn damage is basically a minus fun bomb. It does so much fucking damage on defense. And if you can just stall on him, like people say he's too fast, I've seen that argument. I have showed you in my video with the swarms, he is not too fast if you play him right. He does so much fucking damage, like it's so stupid. With that damage boost, he is soloing like back-to-back-to-back units. He is killing GMK. He's then probably going to kill that Wakasa Bio that's next. He might even kill the Gyos that are right after it. He is just killing everything. He was able to carry a deck of all swarms, and that wasn't even max level. At max level, he's going to be doing that, but better. That it's just so fucking strong. He's easily the best single target unit in the game for that role of just a single target powerhouse. Just so fucking good. But now we're on to Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is what Monster Zero is, but for AoE units. Best AoE in the game, bar none. Like it's just a giant fucking rectangle of death and not friendship. It's so much damage. He has extra damage when has 7+ cost units on the field, so that's even more damage. I think it's like his already base damage at max, like over. It's like close to like 1,100 maybe like 9 to 1,100, 900, 1,100, something like that. With that damage boost, it's gonna be doing like 13 to 1,500 damage. It's so much damage. I don't know the exact number, but it's shredding pushes with DT. It's shredding everything, and when he gets fucking pissed and starts drilling into units, that is so much damage against ground units as well, and can even pierce to air units. For only 6 costs as well, you're getting the best DPS in the game. That is just like, it's hard to beat that AoE was. Alright, moving on from damage units, we're on to Shinden. Shinden is still probably just the 2nd best support unit. That retargeting is so useful. It can honestly hit max level, tank some hits as well for no reason. It's just great for retargeting, great for just cycling out. Those 2 blocks are really fucking good as well. It just does such a good job distracting for your team and making sure your push stays alive. Like, there's really not much else to say. Fint any deck. Just so fucking good. Alright, we're on to the boom. The Krakatoa, the minus fun. So, -1 himself. He's here for the bomb. Honestly, I probably could have separated him like I did Bio for the different maps, because on Tokyo he's miles better, but hey, say a lot of you, I don't feel like doing that. And that bomb will just shred pushes. He just completely decimates pushes with that bomb. Himself as well with that regen. It's so fucking good. He just doesn't die. He just does a really good amount of damage as well. He gets fucked by Guy 4, but he will already get that bomb. That bomb alone is that's enough to get him into S+, high S+. That bomb with DT is enough to kill every single push in the game, like, unless that's Rainbow Mothra. But even then, Rainbow Mothra's shield will get popped by DT, and then they'll get blown up. Like, -1 will be that fucking push destroyer for you. It is so fucking good. And now we're on top 4. M92, Mothra 92. There's one reason she's here. DPS to cost. So much fucking damage for such a low cost. Even has AoE as well, so it can be combo with DT. Her only flaw is that you have to evolve her. That is it. She's cheap. She can sometimes survive way too long than she has any right to do. She has so much fucking damage. She's cheap. I keep saying she's cheap because that's her biggest positive. And she has good AoE. I just keep repeating this because it's so good. Like, Mothra 92 is just that chick. Top 3, Gigan 04. Gigan 4 is a necessity to any deck, in my opinion. That's a top deck. Like, these top 5 units from Mog to -1 are necessities for the top deck. Gigan 04, great DPS, great stats, just insane damage, solid health. That stun is fucking revolutionary. It's so fucking useful. He just does way too much work for 4 costs. He really needs a nerf. He's gonna shred ground units. You've heard the praises he gets, but I'm just gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep singing his praises because he needs more. He is a top 3 unit. He does way too much work because that stun alone, that grapple, that is so fucking good. That can stop the -1s from coming out. Well, not coming out. It'll stop the -1s from doing damage. It'll stop the GMKs from destroying you. It'll stop the Wakabile from shredding you. It'll even shred Earths. It'll even it just does so fucking much work with that damage. It's just ridiculous. Alright, top 2, Dimension Tide. Easily the best effect in the game. Dimension Tide, pull everything into AoE units, and that entire push dies. Board moving is probably the best skill in the game. You can just manipulate the board to your own bidding, put everything into AoE units. Done, it can do that. Remove, send Firedan away from the lead so it can't heal. Boom, you can do that. Push suck long range units into your push. Boom, it can do that. There's just an unlimited amount of potential that DT has. Like, it's all just up to your creativity, honestly, for what you can do. DT is just so fucking good, man. Just way too good. And now we're on to number 1, easily the best unit in the game. Like, it's not even close. It's Mogira 2, Mogira 1994 Mog. What Mog does is something that no unit can do. It's provide defense to your team. That defense buff keeps your push alive. Okay, sorry, tired. Yeah, it'll keep your push alive. Him himself is so fucking tanky with that buff he gives, because it gives him to himself as well. He does solid damage, honestly. He's got great HP. He's flying for his first half, which is really useful. He'll drop to his ground for his second half, also really useful. They both have their buffs. And yeah, that defense, it just carries pushes, it just carries teams. And yeah, he's just so good. But yeah, you've heard me ramble for about an hour, so let me know what you think about max level units and where you'd rank them, because I've spent some time thinking about this, so I don't think I can make this list better. Maybe a few nitpicks you'll probably have a few big differences as well for me, but yeah, I'm just curious what you think as well, because again, just my opinion. So yeah, if you've heard me rant for a fucking hour and stayed here that long, shout out to you. You're a fucking goat. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Expect to see more of this in the future. See you next time.